This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
It's amazing.
happening.
It's an honour to be joined by two Jedis.
From Sword Point College of Arms,
Here in Perth, near the Hoth planet.
Tracy and Ashton join us.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Lightsaber experts.
Good morning. Thank you for having us
No,
here today.
thank you for coming in.
Nathan saw a story about you and went, oh my God, we have to talk to these people.
It's been happening for what, 5 years?
5 years. 5 years we've been doing lightsaber classes for, and quite a small little class, but we get people through.
It's a niche, is what
It
you
is a
might
niche.
say.
Not
It's
after
very
today,
much
mate.
me.
You're going to be full to the brim. I say, Tracy, Ashton. Ashton, what's your relationship to Tracy?
She's my mum.
So you've been born into being
Born
a
into
Jedi.
Jedis.
100%.
Yeah.
I must interject that he's probably more on the Sith side of things.
Sith side, okay. Yeah, okay. I guess, well, the black jacket
Really?
gives it away. Yeah.
We don't discriminate. We just have an open door policy. If you are Jedi or Sith, you just
Okay.
come along and have a good
Good
time.
or
But we've
evil,
seen what's
everyone's
happened in the
welcome.
past. Obviously, if you're trained to be
Yeah.
a Jedi and you go to the dark side,
can
then this
flip.
could bring the universe to its knees.
It could, however, it could also bring balance to the universe.
In your face,
What
Shaun.
a philosophical way of looking at it.
Kenobi'd you, right?
I felt it.
That was amazing. Okay,
It's
so
just pieced out now.
how did this begin?
We were doing a non-contact theatrical sword class on a Monday evening, and my son and I joined. He was 12.
Yeah.
I was busy and could only make it on a Monday night. My husband Lee was doing sword classes on a Thursday, and I couldn't join that. But he said, "Come along to a Monday night."
What an interesting
Sword
little family.
classes, yeah.
Everyone else is going
you
to
had
swimming lessons.
You had to clear your busy schedule to fit in a night of sword classes.
Well, that was the problem. I was doing karate on a Thursday night, but then I said, no, I'll come along to this theatrical class. So we were doing that for maybe a year.
Yeah.
And then our instructor, Johan, looked at us all. We're all sort of fairly Star Wars geeky.
Yeah.
And said, would anyone be interested in doing a lightsaber module? So what started as a lightsaber module turned
Yes.
into a lightsaber class. So
So do you get
we've been doing it
certified
since.
in lightsabers technique? And
Is
is
there
there
like a
different
black
levels?
belt kind of situation?
No. For the instructing side of things, I do have a karate background.
Yep.
And we haven't gone into the grading system. Now, it's quite interesting. Lightsabers is regarded as a sport.
To who?
So is hobby horsing.
Well, seriously, it's a sport, and worldwide it is a recognised
Really?
sport. Yep.
So
And
possibly the
even
Olympics, no. How many times a week are you training? You guys getting together as a group?
as a group for lightsaber, we train just once a week.
once
We're
a
on a
week.
Monday night.
Not
Do
a
you think
massive
that's enough? Do you think
commitment.
it's enough, Tracy? Like, if you want to really be at the top of your game,
Yeah.
It's interesting. If you want to excel in a sport, obviously you have to put
Yeah.
the time in. And
Yes.
someone like Ashton, who has grown up literally with
With a lightsaber in his hand.
lightsaber in his hand, and twirling stuff, his skills are far superior to mine because I just do it as a bit
Yes.
of a hobby.
It's something that you hid from people because people used to be ashamed of their geekiness.
Yeah, yeah.
Or is it something that now you wear proudly as
Like-
a badge? What do people? Did everyone at school know that you do lightsabering?
Everyone close to me knows. It's definitely a shock when some people. I told someone at work about it, and they just looked at me and went, "You do what?"
Is there a big difference between sword fighting and lightsaber fighting?
Lightsaber's harder.
Yeah, right.
100%
And
harder.
more dangerous. Is there a
Way more
waiting period
dangerous.
on this, or you can just go right in and get one?
And
I'm
is it
all about
an
this.
expensive sport to set yourself up
Yeah,
in?
how much
what,
is a
what does a
lightsaber?
lightsaber cost you?
Interestingly, we have a shop right here in Perth called Saber Direct.
We do not.
We do.
What are you talking
We
about?
do.
That direct sabers to the world?
The name of the company is Saber Direct. They're based in Armidale.
Yes.
And a kit like the one that Nathan
So
is
is this an
holding
entry
there.
level
That
one?
is entry level.
Yep.
They're the same sabers that we have at the club, so
Yep.
people can walk in and just use
Yep.
them. That puts you back about $150, $180.
Not bad, Shaun.
No,
for,
it's
not
for,
too
for
bad.
a weapon
It's-
of
it's
mass
good.
destruction.
Yeah.
And
It's
the
good.
protective gear that you're wearing?
A little more expensive jackets, anywhere up to sort
Do
of
you need them?
$300.
Well, I mean, lightsabers, have you seen what they can do?
Jesus, Nat.
In fairness,
Pick up a book.
we supply the helmets. If you're wanting to hit someone on the head,
Yeah.
you need a helmet.
Yeah.
So these cost about sort of $100. Gloves go anywhere up to about $350. So not cheap
Yeah.
when
Yes.
you're talking about
Yeah,
protective
but
gear.
that's when you're going
When you
full,
get your
full
head
hog in
slide
there.
off,
If
no.
you just want to go in there and try it out, you don't need all that gear right at the
If
start.
you want to come and try, we
Yeah.
literally provide everything
That's
that you
fantastic.
need. So the lightsabers cameras are there, the helmets are there.
Swordpoint.com.au or on Facebook, Swordpoint College of Arms is where people can get more information. Sean's powering up his...
Dark Lord Order.
We are going to, later on our socials, we're going to be able to experience a real live lightsaber fight.
Battle, Nathan.
Between mother and son.
Which is...
He is the dark side, she is the light. And remember, the weapons of choice were made in Armidale.
And if it's on
Most
point,
weapons are made.
Tracy, you could go, I'm your mother. That would be amazing.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Fisk airs on Sundays at 8 p.m. on ABC TV. You can stream on ABC iView. It gets repeated on Wednesday nights as well. But
I
if you want to
stream
be...
it because I'm young.
Oh, yeah. You're very hip, aren't you?
The creator, along with their
The
sister.
everything.
And
The
the
everything.
star. She is Fisk. Kitty Flanagan, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're wonderful,
Kitty
Kitty.
Flanagan. Let's
Kitty.
talk. I don't think we've spoken to you since the world has discovered Fisk and suddenly all are people around the world
Yes.
are really getting the Australianness of it. How proud are you of that and what place watching it spins you out the most?
I don't even know if I'm proud of it. I'm more just still completely weirded out by it.
Yeah.
Because we just made a show thinking,
For here.
oh my God, I hope Australians like it.
Yeah.
I hope
Yes.
it doesn't tank. That was basically our approach was, I hope it doesn't tank. So when it went well in Australia, we were beyond excited. And then when we got the news about it being successful on Netflix overseas, we didn't really know how to react. We just sat on this balcony in an Airbnb in Brisbane where we were touring at the time and just looked at each other. This was me and my sister going, I don't know. Should we play
What do we do? Do we pop a
We're
cork?
the new
rain or
Yellowstone.
something? What do we do?
Kitty, the first couple of series, it was pretty clear that you were using all your mates, or
Yeah, still
so
are.
many comedians. But now they must be hitting you up, yeah?
Well, it's always been, no, I won't say easy to get comedians, but, you do have a direct line to a comedian.
Yes.
You can ring them
Yep,
and say,
yep,
hey, do you want to do it? And they go, yeah.
And
or,
9 out of
"Okay."
10 times they're hungry. So.
Yes.
But with the actors, it's very different. It was a lot tougher to get people in season 1, let me tell you.
Yeah, right.
But by season 3, we actually, Claudia Carvin actually emailed the producer
Oh,
and
no
said,
way.
if there's anything
That's great.
going, I'll take a spot.
Wow.
And Justine Clark, who has been so
Yeah.
wonderful
Yes.
in it, as Ray's love interest, she actually messaged me on Instagram and just said how much she liked the show. And I just wrote straight back to her and said, well,
Do you wanna
I'm
be
going
in
to
it?
write you into it now.
Oh, no way.
That's so
Her
cool.
son was amazing.
Yes, Bubby.
And I think she then came back and said, I didn't say I liked it that much. But it was too late. We already had her in our head for Melly.
Hey, I want to talk about something
Yes.
in the last episode, right? I
Yeah.
have experienced something, and I don't think people will get how funny it is unless they've been to one. Those working hubs.
The co-working
Oh,
space.
yes.
Co-working hubs.
Yeah.
My mate my mate was in one in the city, and I've rocked up there, and exactly the same, Kitty. I've rocked up there. The person on the front desk has taken all the Barocca and they're just up and about. And they're like, oh my God, hi, welcome. And as I'm walking past all of these glass offices where they're doing their presentations.
It's a breakout room,
Yeah, the
Nathan.
breakout room. They're in there. They're all in there. Everybody in there was over performing because they're like trying everyone. Yes, I might be in this communal space, but I have a job and I'm presenting something right now. They're over presenting.
Did you do a lot of research in them
It's
before
so
you wrote that
funny.
episode, Kitty?
Oh, well, it was funny. We actually shot in a real, that was an actual
That's what they look like.
one of those places.
Yep.
Yes.
And, they were so good to let us film in there, but a lot of the stuff that was up on the walls, we just kind of
Just left
it there.
So, we didn't have to do that much work, really. But, they were very kind, and Reese did a wonderful job.
Yes.
I
Oh,
thought.
so
It was fun.
funny. The voting
Yeah.
people out. The voting people out. Like
voting
Survivor.
people.
It's just, I mean, Reese is really funny. Yeah, you done it well.
And
You
he
know what?
improvised that line too. I have to give him credit. He pulled out, and we kept in. It was really difficult to keep it in, but we managed to re-engineer the scene so we could keep it in. When he pulls one of the votes out of the box and says, "This is a drawing of a penis," he just improvised that.
Now the world knows what Fisk is. Dude, we're proud of you, mate.
We
Good.
love it.
Good kitty. Good
there's,
kitty.
There's
Thanks,
only
guys.
2 more episodes left.
There's only 2 more eps left in this season, and this new season is only available on iView. It's not on Netflix. Hopefully, it will go over to Netflix, but at the moment, season 3 only on iView. And I have to say, I'm not even making this up, but this coming episode this week, episode 5, it's my favourite episode.
And there's a
The,
massive cliffhanger at the end.
everyone loses their minds, and Helen is the only one who stays sensible in the office.
Fierce Guest Sundays at 8 p.m. on ABC, or you can stream it on ABC iView. So get writing on the next season, please, Kitty. Thank you so much
See
for
you,
talking
mate.
to us.
Thanks, guys. What a pleasure.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Sometimes I worry about the future, Natalie. I worry about you and I worry about me because I just can see that we're going to be put in the same nursing home and they're going to face
Is it
our
one from
chairs.
retired radio?
They're going to face our chairs together because we'll have no children or anything. So
It'll
we'll
be you
alone.
two,
And we'll be
I know,
doing a continuous radio show because we won't remember really what's going on.
No.
And no one will stop us and we'll work until we die, but no one will be listening.
So you say that
Like this
I've
show.
absolutely pressured my niece into looking after me when
Yeah,
I'm old.
no.
Like anything that I do for her now, I'm like, remember this? You have to look. And she goes, I know, I have to look after you when you're old.
You are chipping in a lot, actually. That's really good of you, Nat. Well played, Nathan.
So I'm doing the groundwork
It
now.
might be one of those things where they roll you
you're
in
screwed.
here and you're in the chair and they go, "This is where Lionel York used to live, and we're going to put you in there."
Yeah, and I'm all
In the Lionel York wing.
Yeah, well, coming up on
And
Friday,
Baby Bear Joe was
the
in this
bin
room over
chicken.
here.
Now here's some Dua Lipa. Let's wish someone a celebration.
Happy birthday.
Bridget Grock from Perth. Turned 110 years old.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Surrounded by loved ones, Natalie.
I know. She's got it, like,
That's the difference.
That and several slabs of Emu Export, I hear. She loves it.
110.
Loves a glass of Emu
So
Export.
let's talk about her. She's lived through 2 world wars, the Great Depression, the space race, the entire internet, the information age. She's
So
seen it all.
she was born in 1914.
Yeah. She's back,
That
think
sounds
about
back when
that.
bathers were different.
Bathers were different.
Yeah.
mate.
Bathers were
they
different.
had frills on them.
Yeah,
Kids,
yeah.
there were no
yeah.
streaming services then.
And you always wore a cap when you were a lady to
wore
go
a cap
in for a
'cause
swim.
ladies shouldn't show their sexy hair. She was born in Leederville, November 18, 1914.
It's amazing,
Isn't
isn't
it?
it?
She spent her early years in Kalgoorlie.
Hey, what did you say then? November 18.
No, November 18.
Oh, so it's not her birthday yet, till
Yeah.
Monday. Settle down, Bridget. You're getting ahead of yourself.
To be honest,
Jeez, we're going to put the mockers
What
on
are we
her.
doing?
Natalie,
Gonna
fall off the perch.
you witch.
Well, you're the one who said her birthday.
I know, but you know what happens? If we say stuff like this, we're the witches of Eastwick. And now everyone's laughing about it. It's going to
I'm
happen.
sorry, Bridget.
No, Bridget, you're going to be okay. Just you hold on.
You got ahead of yourself.
You hold on.
Oh, no. This spells disaster.
She had her own family with 4 children, her husband Jim. They were married just down at St Joseph's Catholic Church in Subiaco in 1942, Shaun, just as long as you were Megan.
Jeez, there's a couple of wars going on there.
Yeah,
She's in the
yeah,
40s for
yeah,
the second
yeah.
and by born first. Yep.
She had 4 children. 2 of them passed, however. That must be
Okay.
so sad
Yeah.
living
Yeah.
your whole life and then, and seeing your children.
Yeah, they
grow up
passed in
must be
their
so
they were 90
yeah,
though.
It's so sad. She's still got to.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, could be. Like if she
could
was
be.
20 when she had them.
She's got her 2 remaining children. They're always around her, and then she's got this is amazing. She's got 10 grandchildren and 10 great grandchildren. That must be beautiful to sit there
that's
as a
amazing.
matriarch of your family and go, look what my love and the stuff I did in that bed created.
But what did Grandma Mac have?
She had like 30 to 40.
Yeah, but you guys like rabbits, me, Manises.
But having a person in your life, like she's 110, for
Yes.
me, Grandma Mac 101, and nearly 102, is it holds your family, your entire family, all the layers down a lot longer together.
Yes,
and
for
as
sure.
soon as
And
those
then when
people
they,
go,
you
then
know
you
what?
let them go off.
And
Yeah.
honestly, Shaun, sometimes it is the matriarch or the patriarch, but sometimes it's always someone unexpected. It might be an auntie, and if they pass, and then suddenly everyone just sort of splinters, and you don't realise that was the glue.
They were the organiser.
They were the
the one that
person.
drew everyone together.
One thing Dad would always say, you make sure you every year. I don't want you travelling overseas for Christmas. This is when Grandma was in her 80s.
Yep.
Who knows how long she's going to go for. Well,
That
that was
was
30
another
years
20
later.
years
30
later.
years later, we're still cooking.
Yeah, Sharon's never had a white Christmas. So we want to know what the secret is. Her secret is every day this woman has a can of Emu Export.
Bush
and
chook is the secret.
she loves it.
Oh, yeah. If there was a whole heap of beer and say, which one's your favourite? Have to say that.
Jeez, I tell you what.
There you go.
She's doing
Mate,
well for
yeah,
110,
and Natalie,
isn't
Bush
she?
chook.
She wanted to give
I
us
think
some,
she's going to make it to Monday.
She wanted to give us some life advice on why she's still so vivacious and why everyone in her Bethany nursing home are drawn to her. This is her
You're
life
nice
advice.
to people, they be nice to you.
Try that, Shaun.
Shaun.
Be nice to... Wow. Just bring me a block of Emu Export every month.
Be a
No
lot
problem.
nicer.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
Well, we were inspired by Taylor Broad, who came. She spoke out on TikTok and said she will not let her kid anywhere near the Christmas tree because that is her domain and she wants to look proper, basically.
When I've really cleaned my apartment and it's looking schmick, right, and I'm very proud of that fact, if someone comes over and has a drink, I think I'm being cool, and then I'll have put a coaster out because I pretend that I do
aggressively.
that. I know, I just put a coaster out, and then if they don't put it on the coaster and they put it down like on my marble table, I'll just look at them and go, I'll give a look. I don't think they notice. Then they slowly pick it up and put it back on the coaster. I must be a prick.
Let's go to Karen in Port Kennedy. Hello, Karen.
Hello. How are we?
Hi, Karen. Okay.
We're being pedantic and proud right now.
As a Karen.
Yeah. I used to be the Gucci tree lady. That was me.
What do you mean?
And it was baubled and it was pretty and no one could touch it and it was all mine. And now I have a 3.5-year-old and a 15-month-old. So
Okay.
I have a mismatched, everything's different. There's tinsel, there's tinsel on my tree.
You've given in, Karen.
It's rainbow tinsel.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So I just really embraced it. And so I told my whole extended family to go choose a bauble at the shop that resembles them.
Yes.
And put it on the tree, and we will just forever now have this random mismatched crap all over my tree.
So Karen,
you've
look,
given in.
you know what? You're trying to live in the now, which is great. But your true feelings. Do you look at it and go, what a wonderful amalgamation of loved ones? Or do you look at it and go, that's disgusting and it doesn't go with anything and my heart's broken?
No, it's disgusting, yes.
Karen, have you found yourself just putting the tree up later and later? That it's now going up on Christmas Eve?
It's already up.
It's up already.
It's up already. Oh, I don't know about that.
Already.
I think you do the choose your own
pretty
bauble
tree.
thing again, but do it as a gift registry. And you choose from the selected ones that you've chosen.
That's a good idea.
100%.
Yes, you can have this Venetian glass one.
Exactly. And it is that's a good one. It's only $400.
Thanks, Karen. Angela is in Helenbrook. Is there something that's not allowed to be touched at your house?
It was actually growing up at my parents' house.
yeah.
It was the whole formal lounge. We were not allowed in there.
Isn't that crazy?
So, growing up, you could see like the vacuum marks every week. If you walked past, every week.
Like
Mum was
freshly mowed
vacuuming.
lawn.
And also, it would give
Exactly.
away if you walked on it, wouldn't it?
Yes, yeah. And so we were never, ever allowed in there. The first time we were allowed in there is for our 21st photo.
No!
Oh, my
for your
God!
21st.
Okay, how weird was it seeing your house from the perspective of that room because you never would have
Yes.
I
seen it?
know. So it was at the entrance, like, walking into the front door. It was all nicely done.
Yeah.
And we were allowed to, our 21st photos, me and my two sisters were allowed to have our 21st photos in there, and then our wedding photos were in there. That was it. And the one time, I was actually studying back in the day for the TE, and I remember, you want to change your scenery, so I just sat on the lounge with my book, and my mum walked past and nearly had a heart attack.
Oh, you breached the border. Yes.
The formal lounge. We had one in Willerton too.
Oh,
It's
did
just
you?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That to me, when I was growing up, because I didn't have a bedroom door, people that had a room that they couldn't use, to me that was mind blowing. What do you mean? There's a room and you're not in it? Like
Yes.
that to me,
And
is
everything in it is
crazy.
perfect.
And everything
Yeah.
is perfect.
Oh, my God.
What
that
was the
takes me
thing in
back.
particular in the room that she was? Because I know that usually those rooms have a cream colour carpet. It's light.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cream-coloured carpet, cream-coloured lounge. This table that was, it was like made of, it was like as if they could cut like a piece of wood, had it all varnished.
Oh,
it was
yes.
like, it looked, the trunk looked, it was just amazing. And then obviously all the little stuff around the place. And
Of course.
Fake,
The knickknacks and things.
Yeah,
the ornaments.
knickknacks. And and she had like, what's it called? It's like a, the cherry blossom, like a fake cherry blossom.
Yes,
from
I
the
know
side.
exactly
Yes.
the aesthetic we're going
I am
for
in
here.
the room
Ange.
right now.
Exactly.
And were visitors allowed in there? Like, did your
company.
parents have
Company.
company?
No.
Oh, company weren't even allowed
I've
in it.
never heard of one of those rooms not being accessible to company.
It's just display.
Because I thought that's what
we
it was
never
for.
Used it. No, we never used it. And then it was funny because then when the grandkids were all born, Mum put her Christmas tree there. So the first
So
time
you
we
could
had
look at it from a
she was like-
distance.
Yeah, I think she had the tree there so it wouldn't get ruined. But then we were allowed, we were allowed to exchange Christmas gifts, and me and my sisters were looking at us going, what? We're allowed in here? And the grandkids are in there, and that's where every year we exchange Christmas gifts, and we're like, we never used this our whole life.
Now,
Had to wait till we turned 21.
Yeah, and then we can exchange. That's where we can exchange.
So once a year.
Christmas morning.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Well, the mighty Freo Dockers are heading over to Adelaide. They're going to play the Crows in a semi-final clash. It's a game for the ages.
And
Emma O'Driscoll.
So imagine right, the game's happening and then, people are reading each other's plays and it's getting intense and they never see the fact that our girl, she pulls her pants down right at the right time like she does on buses. Is that your strategy going forward, is it, Em?
First of all, hello team, how are you?
Hi.
Very
Hi.
weird not seeing your beautiful faces today.
What's happening? Are you really busy? What's happening?
Yeah, we're a bit busy. We have gym and then we fly out this morning, so it's probably just easier I head straight to the club. So sorry.
Everyone else is saying because you're all Australian nominated that you don't you won't
getting ahead of herself.
You won't stoop to come into the studio anymore.
Don't show my face anymore. No, I reckon though, Nate, you're on to make the team. I might have to pull my pants down. I think.
I've heard it's
what you're known for.
I've heard it's disarming.
Hey, Em, so it's been a big build-up this week. Obviously, you decided you needed a bit of a lift down at the club yesterday and you brought in the heavy artillery for a bit of a spiel.
I wasn't there.
I know. No, to be honest, Shawnee, we did have Rove in yesterday and the girls absolutely loved it. But you will be very happy that they did mention your speech a few years ago because that is one that you certainly can't forget. There were a lot of F words, C words, all of the words in between, and we just thought, how is this man on radio? So,
and what happened after that speech?
We lost. But anyway, beside the point, wasn't it?
Really, we bloody loved Shawnee in, but we definitely loved Rove more, I think. He knew all the little bits and pieces that have been happening around the club. He's like a number one fan. It's incredible.
Sweet.
So I think he's commented on every single one of our AFLW posts. So he is certainly invested. He listens to the podcast every week, which he loves, which is just an honour because he's an icon of Australia. It's amazing that he was able to come in and the girls, I think, were really surprised because he did, like you said, rattle off all the things that have been happening around the club that probably no one else would know other than those that have been really following or inside the four walls.
Wow,
so
I feel like
amazing.
Without owning your team, he's your team's Ryan Reynolds. You know what I mean?
It was actually incredible. So we know that we've got Rove obviously planning the next trip when we make the prelim final. So that's amazing. You guys should start planning too.
Yeah,
Nate, I'd
sure.
love to see you there.
Oh, mate, I'll be the cheerleader. What are you talking about? We just got to work out how small my boob tube is. Your dress up party. When's your dress up party happening?
Okay, so I've got my costume sorted. We don't know when the dress up is, obviously, because it's depending on when we lose.
Okay,
so,
are you going to tell us?
Or win.
You did ask me for some
win,
ideas,
the grand final.
so I spent my personal time doing it, and then you went and chose something for yourself.
No. I've just got a few options. I need your options though. But are they going to be easy to do? Because I need to be able to do it quickly.
I think so. You can be able to borrow some stuff. So the theme is F and D, isn't it? Yes.
Yes. Not your top two that other than.
Yep.
The private part.
You could do F and D. Fran Dresser, who was the nanny. That's not bad.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Or what about a female version? Sean loves seeing a woman being recast in a man's role. It's one of his favourite things.
One of my favourite things.
And I think it's a powerful move for women as well. Why don't you do a female version of Flanders from The Simpsons?
Oh, that's actually... we could.
Just so you get his pants, you get his shirt, you get the wig, and then you get a big mustache.
And you've already got the mo.
Yeah, perfect.
Hey, Em, on the game itself, how are you feeling towards this? It's another big moment, another great step forward for the team themselves. And you personally, you're up against a team that have been perennial final specialists over the last few years.
Yeah, we're really excited, Shawnee. I think, again, the win on the weekend allows us to carry momentum coming into this game, but also knowing that we just trust our process and everyone to do their role. We've had girls come in and out of the team, and I think the amount of adversity that we've faced this season speaks for itself. So I believe we can get the job done, and I think it's great that we've actually played Adelaide in the year as well as kind of a practice game, and we know where we went wrong there, and so I think that we can go and make amends this weekend. But we are absolutely pumped. Get me on this plane already.
Now just win that game if you
let's
can.
go, Em. Of course, the semi-final against the Adelaide Crows, you'll be able to see it on Saturday. Emma O'Driscoll, go and get them.
Go get him, Em.
Let's go. Thanks so much, guys.
Let's go, mate.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
My balcony is really coming together. Some plants out
You
there.
spent a lot of time talking about plants over the last couple of months. It's just
and they've
been
tried
like,
to kill you. And
when
still
you're in it, aren't you?
You're right, Natalie. And as you know, I've oversupplied my place with plants. I'm just waiting for some to die, but they're not.
But you got fresh oxygen everywhere.
They're not. They're really living. One of the things that I have now is I've got a little like a spade and little gardening equipment that I need to put somewhere.
For the playground.
A bucket and a
For my
spade.
sandpit that I put on the balcony. And I needed somewhere to store that, so I was looking online for an outdoor storage box.
Yeah.
Found one from a company. The company's called Vida XL. Yeah, and they have like those sort of like those slats of wood that basically it's like a pine slatted box.
Nathan, I've got a couple of those at our house. Yeah.
Okay. And then David McClung, our boss, who does everything here, also the bin chicken. Hi, David.
Hello.
I got one for David as a present as well because he was wanting one the same.
Oh, cool. Because you've got a courtyard and
Very generous. Thank you, Nathan.
Yeah. Gave you a call on Friday, didn't I? Because he's arrived first, then mine arrived second. And I said to him, it's a bit weird. The box is a bit small, but I'm guessing they just might have them the flat pack in different sections.
Yeah, like you get in IKEA, basically. Yeah.
So I opened up my box and I rang David. I said, "Have you opened yours?" He said, "No." And he goes, "Why?" And then I sent him a photo. David, what did I send you a photo of?
It's pieces. It's like planks of wood.
Now, can I just say
So it's not a bunch of panels that have been constructed and then you just put the 4 panels
Someone
together.
has cut lengths of wood, put it in a box, and then everything else they need, they just shoved it in the box. There's barely a pilot screw hole. There's like barely. And I went back to the website. I was like, wait there. Because I'm a good online shopper. You guys know this. Like, I look at reviews. I make sure that I know that product. I know its DNA. And I'm going, why would I have none of this been flagged with me? And then I thought, I didn't even see this in the assembly instructions. Oh, wait there, I didn't see any reviews. So then I've jumped on their website. Yeah, it reads quite clearly there. Some assembly.
Some assembly.
No.
Some turns out to be quite a lot.
There's a difference between assembly. You can't use the word assembly. That's building. That's building.
Oh, I mean, it's assembly, but it's like it's not some
building.
Assembly. That's complete assembly.
That to me,
you have to assemble every part of it.
That to me is building.
Recommended retail price, just for an idea.
Mate, what was it? It was like $218 for mine.
No, but okay, so what I'm getting at, $218, you would expect it to be some kind of IKEA thing where there's panels, and you just put the panels up, you put in some screws, and away you go.
Flat pack. At the very least, and I love putting together flat pack furniture. The parts on this thing, David, oh my God, isn't it insane?
He sent a photo because I haven't opened mine yet, and I was
David,
probably
David, look at. I'm going to take you to this
every
page.
slat has to be put in.
Every single one.
Every slat, every piece of dowel, this is it.
That's a complete rip-off, by the way, because you should be getting that for $10 off Timo or something. If you have to do that, Nathan.
You have to do it all yourself. So, it's like basically they gave you a box of Lego and said it can be whatever you want.
I cannot believe it. Then I started reverse searching the product, and I found some reviews, and most of the reviews were 1 star, not because of the quality of the product, but because one guy says, I build things quite regularly, and this took me 5 hours. 5 hours,
5 hours.
So I was like, all weekend I was looking at it going, okay, I'm going to do it now.
Oh, well, you can't do it now because Yellowstone's starting today, so that screws you.
And then this page always goes back to my mind of all the dowel and everything like this. This is insane.
That's crazy.
And I want to talk to people if they've been, it's a bait and switch situation.
You've been hurt.
That is big time.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
From the builder. This is for Nathan.
No, we can't. Nathan has opened up the package that he bought online.
So you bought a big wooden storage box that you would put, your gardening tools, maybe your cushions from your outdoor furniture, that kind of vibe.
Yeah. And it said some assembly required. No.
Complete assembly required.
Someone cut the wood. And thanks for that so much. Someone cut the wood and then just shoved everything I needed in a box.
And a handful of nails.
And I've read the reviews now, in reverse after I bought it, and it basically looks like I'm up for a 5-hour stint.
So you have to do it.
I can't hire someone to do this for me.
No.
Nathan, it is ridiculous.
I have to do what you did with Megan. I just have to hand back my testicles.
Jacinta's in Cudale. Hi, Jacinta.
So I committed to being a great parent and buying one of those little tight cars back in July. So yesterday I thought, I'll pop a movie on. The weather's starting to brighten up.
What movie was it?
Oh, The Rescuers Down Under.
The crap parents watch.
Right.
Yeah, keep going.
So then I thought, I'll do it. I'll sneakily do it in the bedroom so the kids don't notice. So I pull all the parts out. I'm like, right, I'm going to get it done. We're going to do it before the end of the movie. It's going to be awesome. They're going to love it. Open it up. There is no pre-drilled hole. The instructions say to me that you can use a hand screwdriver.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've got this.
Yeah.
No, I had to call in the heavy artillery. Had to call the husband. So he's hearing me cursing. The toddler's worked out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
The movie's coming to an end. Now that the other ones come in to witness this grief that I am suffering.
Did you get it done?
2.5 hours later, there's
what
about 800 through. And honestly, parents out there, just buy one pre-assembled second-hand on Marketplace.
No pilot holes.
Don't
That's a
even.
stitch up.
But this is the thing, especially with cost of living now. I mean, sure. I mean, I love buying furniture that's all assembled because you're getting some quality craftsman piece of work. But like, we're living in a flat pat world. We're living in stuff
but at least they can drill some pilot holes.
100%. This is the thing. Like, we all
Thank
have
you,
to buy it.
Jacinta. Susan Coogee, hello.
Okay, so we're first-time grandparents, so I'm the person that thank you. I'm the person that's at 3 o'clock in the morning buying things online.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, this is an amazing playpen. Let's buy this. So it got delivered to the office, and it was 3 of the biggest boxes we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's really big, but it has a castle in it, of course. So I thought, this will be great.
Yes.
Okay, so we get it home. Firstly, it's bigger than our games room when you look at the measurements, which I did it. And my husband my husband and my daughter opened the first box, and there were like 5 or 6 pieces, which they pulled out. And then they looked at it, and they couldn't pull the rest out of the box. So they started to read the instructions, packed it up.
Yeah.
We then went through the horribleness of Facebook Gumtree and sold it.
Oh,
Did you really?
You
So
didn't
you
eat. You
didn't.
just you looked at it, went too hard, put it back in the box and sold it.
It's going. We're selling it. It's gone.
So
yeah,
it didn't. I mean, part of it didn't even make it out of the box. How much did it originally cost you, and what did you sell it for?
Okay, I hope my husband's not listening.
Yeah, that's okay.
It cost $650.
Yes.
And we sold it for $250.
That's a loss leader, Natalie.
It's just a loss, I think you'll find.
Well, I have to say, that seems like an investment that would have been made from one of us on this team.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
We're not buying sold.
Normally Payne, Sue. Thank you. Paul's in Callaroo. Hello.
So I thought I'd be a good dad and buy my son a basketball ring for his 6th birthday.
Yes.
And then and I'm sure Sean knows, they're not easy to put together, but I put him to bed, and it was about 9 o'clock when I started building. And the first step of the building process is you've got to seat the pole. And to seat the pole, I'm in the garage is open, you have to bang the pole together on the ground.
Yes.
So I'm smashing the pole together, making sure I've done it right, because if you do it backwards, it's done.
At 9 o'clock at night.
It's done.
Yeah.
So I was banging him, and then I've put the pole down and, started to build the backboard. And then all of a sudden, blue and white car rocks up, and 2 gentlemen, police officers, jump out of the car, and they go, there's been a complaint, we've heard you banging. Do you live here? Do you live here? Is this your house? And I said, no, someone else has broken into the house and trying to build a basketball ring for it.
Exactly.
So you thought they'd appreciate sarcasm.
And anyway, I explained to them what was going on and continued to build the basketball ring, and they left.
They didn't give you a hand?
Oh, they got to help.
That would have been nice.
Did you get it?
No, I didn't get it done. So I got the backboard, the ring, and then I put the backboard and ring in the living room and said, there you go, mate.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
The amount of young women right now that would actively shoot us in the head to take our seats.
Indeed.
Is unbelievable.
He's headed our way next week, next Wednesday, in fact, playing Perth RAC Arena. The Kid Leroy brings in his first-time Australian tour. Welcome.
What's up?
Hey, you're in action tonight, aren't you, in Queensland?
Yeah, I'm in Brisbane. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
How's that going to go for you? And give us your pre-game routine.
Drinking lots of tea for sure.
I'm a tea drinker.
Trying to save the voice. There's this tea called throat coat. That's really good.
Yep.
Throat coat.
Yeah.
Oh, I could use that on the weekend. You look right now so clean, so fresh. You look like you smell good. And your necklace, I don't know much about jewelry. I haven't been down to Zammels lately, but that is a nice necklace.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. I went to Ben Bola's store and they had this out, and I just thought it was really nice.
No, it looks great.
Hey, kid, I wanted to ask you about one of the highlights for me, if I was in your position, is having my own Macca's meal named after me.
I ate your burger. I thought you were going to say playing the NRL final. No?
Well, the NRL Grand Final, great. I know he's a South Sydney fan, but that there seems to me like the height of all fame.
Pinnacle.
Yeah, so tell me, were you in the McDonald's labs with the chicken, making sure it was super crispy, testing the viscosity of the viscosity of the sauce? Is that what's happening? Lab coats?
Not quite, but no, that was insane. I mean, obviously, that's just what the moment for sure.
Oh, mate, I have to say, I do, and I loved your burger. I do think the sauce is a bit watery. I just think you could have spent a little bit more time. I just think it needed to be a bit thicker, and I'm saying that to you because I respect it. But it sort of is. It's your burger.
That's all McDonald's.
Don't blame the clown.
Out of all the things you've been asked to partner with, was that one that you, because it comes through managers and stuff like that, is that one that you quickly said yes to, or?
Yeah, just because it's like so. Yeah, it's like so.
Iconic, yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's like what a McDonald's meal is like the biggest restaurant ever.
So, big concerts here in Australia. Do you perform better for us because we're your peeps?
Yeah.
Good. Everyone, so the world gets the slots,
Are you just saying that?
Nah, I'm serious.
So when you are playing home shows like this, how many friends and family hit you up for freebies?
You wouldn't be able to make any money.
You would be getting messages from every kid you ever went to school with, surely.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of times I think like some of my like close friends get burdened with it even more than I do, I think.
Yes.
Like one of my boys back home, he tells me like, yeah, it's like it's kind of annoying. Like whenever you come in town, like all of a sudden everyone wants to ask how I'm doing.
But what a responsibility for your parents.
Like concert tickets.
Yeah. But what a responsibility for your mates, because really your mates are gatekeepers to you, and that's a responsibility they have to take on board because. The press and everything will be trying to get stuff off you.
Yeah, stories all the way
great
around.
power.
Yeah, you got to have good people around you.
Well,
he's just solid. Nah, my boy back here, he's solid. He's like, I just tell him you're not here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know him.
It would probably work to, land the ladies. Do you know what I mean?
I want to know if you know something about this. You would probably not know. You've done so many interviews. I, the other week, thought you were left-handed because you gave me left-handed energy. Anyway, I looked at every interview and there was nothing anywhere that said what handed you were. So we had to look in photos and find you with a Sharpie signing an autograph to find out that you're right-handed. So you know that you've never spoken in any interview since your career about which hand you use.
It's a bit stalkerish, isn't it?
That's very stalkerish.
Well, yeah, I'm right-handed. I'm curious what gave you left-handed energy.
Yeah, because I'm left-handed, and sometimes I feel the left-handed vibe. And I thought you were you're one of us. You were Flanders. But
you know what? I could I'm not as good with my left hand, but I could like write a little bit probably.
Yeah,
everyone practices it.
We all and don't be. You haven't disappointed.
Don't go against your nature.
You haven't disappointed me at all.
Well, have a great night tonight, kicking off the Australian leg.
And
you're a good guy.
Hit our side of the country next Wednesday, the 20th of November, RAC Arena. Tickets through Ticketek if you want. There's a few left if you want to squeeze in and see the Kid Leroy. Thanks so much for talking to us this morning.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Have a good one.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.